I was talking to a friend of mine about school uniforms the other day, and we had very different opinions about that. So, her argument was, first of all, that it's much easier for the families because they know exactly what the children are supposed to wear when they're at school. So they don't need to deal with the question of clothing. And then the main argument was that it's the way to avoid school bullying. But the thing is that we already know that that is absolutely not the case. You do not end bullying with something so superficial as just telling children what exactly to wear every day. Because bullies will bully if they want to. They will just find a reason. If it's not about the shirt, it's about the shoes or the pencil case or the family car. It really doesn't matter. It will happen if you don't equip children with some social skills. And that is up to the grown-ups, not the children. Because there's a reason why they're called social skills. They are learned in the social situations and they are mainly learned from somebody else. So in the case of children, they are primarily learned from the grown-ups. So what we want to do is create the situations in which children can learn about themselves, like how they actually want to represent themselves to the outside world and how they can express that in a respectful way, but then also accept that from somebody else that might be different from themselves, but they are just as valuable as they are. Because if we take that away from the children, they just don't have those skills and then they're just lost in the social situations. And what we end up with is a bunch of people that don't really know themselves. They don't really know how to represent themselves. But at this point, we actually need people that do have those skills and that know themselves very well and that are capable of entering social interactions and then creating something meaningful out of that. We want the following generations to be the ones that will be able to question the authority, that will be able to question the system because they don't function, and they will have the strength and the knowledge of how to tackle that. So instead of taking away the opportunities for children to grow, we should rather work with them and make sure that they grow up into fulfilled personalities with some critical thinking and social skills. But another important thing that I should stress out is that we are still friends. Even though we see this topic differently, it doesn't mean that we should shut each other from our lives. And that is also another example to give to the younger generations that we can be different but still love each other and live together in a very respectful and loving way.